Hey, Mr. Swift here. I'm going to show you today how to draw this little part. It's for the bamboo bike, and this is what attaches the seat stay to the dropout. I have my printout drawing for myself because I like having the paper drawing in front of me. But let's go ahead and just get started. We're going to draw the general rectangular shape of this part. So in SolidWorks, we're going to hit Sketch. We're going to click our front plane, and we will start by adding a rectangle. Make it any shape. And then once you've drawn your shape, we can dimension that shape. The length of this part is 78 millimeters, and then the height of this part is 21 millimeters. All right. Now, what I like to do here is we have 3 separate circles. And what I want to do is let's put those 3 inner circles in first, okay? So I'm going to draw a circle kind of here along the middle, draw it. And do the same thing, kind of try to go along the middle line, draw it, and then I'm going to draw another one all the way down here at the end and draw that. And that one's a little bit bigger. So we're going to dimension these. The first 2 smaller ones are a dimension of 6.7, and then this one here is 6.7, and then the one on the end is a little bit larger. It's at 7.8. Right. So we got our 3 circles placed, which is kind of nice. Now, after we've gotten those placed, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a curve here on the end. And we can do that with something called the Fillet tool. So I'm going to hit Escape. I'm going to grab my Fillet tool. And to fillet this correctly, we know that we want a perfect half circle. So the dimensions on that are going to be 10.5. So I'm going to click here. And it'll add that, click here and here. All right. Cancel. Okay, so now we're going to put a curve here on the end, and we can do that with something called the Fillet tool. And what we'll do is we'll put our dimension of our fillet at 10, and we'll just click here, and here, and then here, and here. And then you can see our preview of the nice curve that's going to come around the end of this part. So I like that. We're going to click OK. All right, now that we have that drawn, the next thing I'd like to do is let's go ahead, and we've got some curves to put in here. And what I want to do is I'm going to draw a line, and we're going to figure out where these curves are at. And looking at my drawing, they're at 27 millimeters back. So I'm going to draw a line from here down. And we don't know exactly where that is, but what we can do is we can use our dimension tool to dimension from here to there, and we can actually dimension that to be 27. All right, so we know that we're going to actually trim this line, and we're going to get rid of this line and this line because we're going to be actually putting some nice little curves there. So I'm going to use the trim tool, and I want to get rid of this and get rid of this. And don't worry, we're actually going to draw something back in there a little bit later, but for now we're just going to trim that. All right, so now we're going to draw a line from the center of that line back to here. And what we want to do now is offset the thickness of this. And looking at my drawing, from here to here is 12 millimeters. So we're going to use something called the offset tool. We're going to click on offset. It says how much do we want to offset? We're going to type in 12, and I'm going to click on that line. Oh, that's a lot, right? So what we want to do is actually not offset all 12, but we want to do half of that because we're going to do 6 on one side, 6 on the other, which is a total of 12. So we're going to offset that 6. Now you can see that looks a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to click OK. That I like that. Now let's go ahead and put those curves in here. We're going to click our Fillet tool again, and we're going to click here and here. And it doesn't look like it's working because of the size. So let's change the dimension of that fillet down to 4. And now let's see if we can, there we go. We got a nice fillet there. We got another one here to here. All right, that's probably not working. Oh, undo that, cancel, undo. All right, let's go ahead and trim these lines so that way we can fillet it. That's probably what's causing the problem. So I'm gonna trim here, and then now grab that Fillet tool again, make sure we have a radius of 4. If I click here and there, here and here, that looks pretty good. All right. So I'm going to stop the video here. Hopefully you've gotten this far, and we'll pick up in the second part, and we'll finish this part off, okay? Good luck.